daylight. So what a way to actually close out the day with the sun just rising right behind me while we're actually going to be crowning who is going to be winning here. So again, we are finally going into our hardpoint matchup here in Summit. We already know Almighty actually really likes to perform here, so it's all up to DG Esports how they want to respond.
Yeah, absolutely. The second floor entrance from the side of Almighty. Oh, pressure play, come on, Irfan with a beautiful opener. Jetsky is the first blood, and it looks like Almighty will immediately take over this situation by winning a majority of their gunfights. And now Heaven needs to get this, and he does exactly that. And Almighty will be able to control that second floor of that control room number 2 once again. A 2-on-1 situation. Heaven shuts down Jetsky. 18, 19, and oh, DUNIA Games did not see this one coming.
It just blindsided them right off the bat. You can see here DG Esports struggling to even go and touch the hard point. Finally, the contest does come. ZZ having 2 already, holding 26 in hand. And there you go. They finally get a hold of the hard point, and they were able to flush out all of the members. And you can already see here, they're winning their gunfights as well.
Yeah, but that one mistake over from the side of Almighty. They don't keep a hold on to the spawn of Gorilla Base, and they didn't kind of focus in way too much into control room number 2. But now's the time they have to go in here and swap that spawn around. Green Raider Station's going to be the play, and as we can see, it is going to be the one and only Irfan Day heading on beeline straight towards that power position, and he will get taken down, and that's the kill that was so important from the side of Jetsky. Almighty, they do not get the spawn over at the Green Raider Station, and DUNIA Games should be able to bring on the pressure here, but they just win those gunfights left, right, center. The Singaporeans are crazy.
It's the individual gunfights, and this is Almighty unhinged. They want that win so bad, and in a very, very dominating fashion. But we are still early into this hardpoint, so a lot can still happen. We can see Almighty all across the board for the kill feed. ZZ only making that difference. Zen is struggling to have that kill as well, so the pinch does come along and really just try to see if he can actually go and kill that. But no, it's still Almighty all across the board with 22 seconds left on the clock.
Keep it alive, 62-13. They are absolutely wrecking this. Even though they lost the play on the spawns, they still managed to win it with sheer gunfight and all of those mechanical supremacies. And now giving away scraps. Now, let me repeat that. Giving away scraps. Let me repeat that for anyone that did not hear. Giving away scraps to DUNIA Games. Something I have not seen any team do in the past. 67-16. And they are opening up cable car platform as well with that fella early rotation in. And now they do hold on to the spawns, but the spawns are all they're going to be able to hold on to if they don't go in here and fight. And now with the Sparrow plays coming through, Heaven should be able to go in for the shutdown, but Venom fires back, and DUNIA Games should be able to make a comeback in here, but the fights need to be won by ZZ. ZZ stepping back to the Special Forces base, winning over the spawns, but Almighty doing it once again with the mechanical supremacy beef.
And it's just a back and forth, and GG's actually giving it all their got. And it's going to be a very hard push here. Zen tries to get one, and it's very unfortunate that a Sparrow was actually going to waste and not really able to utilize that very well. You can see the rotation already coming through from the side of Almighty going into that next hard point. And there you go, the scrap points, like what you've been saying, is already given for DG. 42 and 85. That's more than double the points already that DG's got here so far. So that's a very solid hold. Almighty is actually really known to hold this point very well.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Summit now used to be an old playground of Almighty, but they haven't come in here and danced as seriously as they have been doing out there on that Hackney yard. Understandable why DUNIA Games wants to have Zen now flying through with the Sparrow kill. Should be able to hit yet another, but the Call of Duty timing at its worst. Turns around, gets shut down, and Almighty running away with this. 40 seconds now in this Blue Raider Station. They were there early, but the spawn's been taken over by the Indonesians. They managed to win over the hard point as well, and with the control over the spawn, DUNIA Games, can they set up a comeback? They need all of the final 25 seconds.
There you go, the comeback might actually ensue as Jetsky gets a lot of that pressure on. Adapt goes down as well. And even though they were faulted a while ago for just losing all of their gunfights and the operator skills that they weren't able to go and utilize very well, they still get a lot of points here. 77 and 93. The gap is closing quite a bit, but that's still quite a bit of margin. 10 points just in between them, and they need to go and rotate. And guess what? Already, Almighty is going to be in that early rotation. The rotation from Almighty from every single hardpoint has been very perfect.
Oh yeah, but the DUNIA Games players, they jump on in there and they win all of their gunfights. This time round, it seems to be a little bit of the opposite. And they make a comeback in here, 92 to 93. They make that equalizer and they pull on forth. DUNIA Games, they didn't need this, now trying to run away with this. Then needs to win his gunfight, but at that point, Almighty steps on back into control room number 2 and takes over this matchup. DUNIA Games not allowing them to run away with it, but the numbers don't look good. Those players trickling in one after the other. ZZ needs to win all of his gunfights. ZZ cannot fall. ZZ does not fall, but at the very same time, Almighty is actually on the point. They are running away with the points. ZZ needs to go in for the challenge. Finally drops in there with the backup. They will be able to pull this away from the side of Almighty. A heated matchup between Indonesia and Singapore at the grand finals of the regional qualifiers B.
ZZ always making a difference. He's a playmaker for DG right now. He's doing such an amazing job at holding a side all by himself. So that's really good. They just close in the gap just little by little when it was so wide a while ago. But then the rotation already, you can see here Almighty being positioned in prime. But DG, doesn't really matter for them because they can infiltrate there very, very well. So DG already doing a good job at before going in there, finally getting that hard point. And there you go. The pinch needs to ensue for the side of Almighty.
Let's see if second time's the charm for the side of DUNIA Games. They once again win the spawn over at Green Radar Station. And this is the site that Venom needs to hold on to. Heaven, he will be going in to take it over. Earlier on, they did have the spawns, but they lost their gunfights. And once again, they do have the spawn, but they lose their gunfights. And Almighty picking up those points against them. But DUNIA Games this time round, they don't want to give it up so easily. It will be Jetsky flying on in, but Incendio, as they left the Sparrow open for the play, they bring it in, raining all of those arrows down onto the players of DUNIA Games. Unable to make the play, the bait and switch just hitting perfectly for the side of DUNIA Games as the communication is on point. It's going to be 133 to 120. Almighty running away with this matchup. Jetsky activating the Sparrow. Can't pull it up. Play at the cable car platform. Needs to pop off for the side of DUNIA Games.
Oh, speaking of Zen, taking a look at that, he loses that gunfight, that very important gunfight, but you can see the spawns are in the favor of DUNIA Games right now, but both of them actually going out very, very much. So it's anyone's hill right now, and we do see Almighty right there, but we've seen it before where DG tries to go in, but then that was a really good push that unfortunately just didn't happen. And there you go, 120 and 150, Almighty just showing everybody who's boss yet again, still becoming perfect here in Hardpoint. No one can touch them in this game mode.
Majula, Singapura. Oh, these guys are absolutely crushing it out there. And all throughout the matchup, they have been leading this game. DUNIA, I have never seen in my snuffing out one of the best players from Singapore.
And there you go. Not only that, the bomb is going to be going down, but Heaven with that kill gets rid of ZZ out of the equation. And that is the Heaven that we know and that will perform all throughout this game. And finally, bomb is going to be picked up. They need to go and regroup. It's a 3v3 situation. Very winnable for both of these teams. We don't know what's going to happen yet, but it seems like they are going to commit into that Bravo push. So that's good. But then we have one person that will actually go in there for that surprise shut-up. Is going to be very quiet. He needs to wait for this play to go around. Yes. Yes, there you go. Finally gets that spot. But no, he actually doesn't win that gunfight.
I understand the trigger discipline. He wasn't really confident with the head glitch there. Poor guy turns around and gets snuffed out. But now, DUNIA Games, you've got the numbers that they require. Venom now, second up 2 players in front. Jay, too sharp, and Heaven shuts down Jeff. Just like that, the numbers, they switch around. Ihan with the shorty in hand. Heaven waiting, goes in, oh, hit marker. Shorty doesn't get the hit marker. And usually that doesn't happen, but DUNIA Games just hitting all of the worst luck possible today.
Shawty's like a melody in my head. That's what basically Heaven's been seeing the whole time. Not only is he good with that shorty too. If he can go in that close range gunfight, he can definitely deliver. Heaven is going to take a look at Kitchen and also has a little peek in here. Bravo, but there you go. Ihan finally gets rid of Shut Up. And it's really those first engagement that DG always wins, but how they can actually go in their late game knowing that, it's going to be very hard.
How did he even hit that shot, man? It's crazy, crazy, Ihan. Now, he just needs to find those snipes. He just needs to unnerve Heaven a little bit more. The guy that has gotten 3 kills in here so far, just from the first round alone. Yeah, we can definitely depend on him to make sure Almighty secures this win. Adapt now with the bomb, not aggressing forth at all. But as you can see, the attacking side of Almighty already have one player in the name of Incendio at that B bomb site. If he pulls off this backstab on Venom, it will be an absolute unfortunate situation that befalls them. And I don't think Incendio and Venom know that they are standing here beside each. It's an absolute class matchup. And oh, timing! As Heaven drops Venom out of it. Oh Lord, Beef, what are we even watching?
Please go and rotate already at this point, DG. With that rotation, is just too slow, giving Heaven so many chances for them to get picked up. You already know and have the information that majority of the players of Almighty are already over there. Incendio gets 1-to-1v4 situation. That rotation needs to come through, and yes, Zeze is going to get 1, but it's going to be 1v3 against one of the best players that you can come across. So it's a good thing he actually picked up the DLQ, so he might actually go in there for the clutch, but with 24 seconds left on the clock, that seems so impossible.
The Incendio with the final shot in. Second point picked up by Almighty as they look to secure the second matchup and potentially even bag a 3-0. Possible or not, you let us know in the comment section exactly what you think. By the way, we're still looking for our 30,000 viewers, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Don't forget to hit that like if you haven't just yet, and do help us share this particular stream out, not just on this platform, out on Facebook, YouTube, anywhere and everywhere you can find us. Shut up, taking down Ihan, and the sniper from the side of DUNIA Games will not be able to pop off. This is a GG from the get-go for DG.
Very interesting thing that Almighty always just goes for that Bravo push and commits to it. And I feel like for DG, they're just so not used to it because everyone else tries to go for Alpha, but no, this is a different play that we keep seeing from Almighty. And this is the play that they've been keeping. So all guns are out, all plays are out. They want to be unrecognizable in this particular situation. And now Venom might have a really good spot here, but the passive play coming in from Almighty is just so amazing to see.
Yeah, and you know, they are taking the search and destroy the way we expect pro teams to take search and destroy. Nice, calm, collected. Get that information first. Early frags are all key before you go in for the rush. Don't just blindly go in for the push. F1J, beautiful opener, opens up basketball court for the side of Almighty, and they'll take a free plant, whilst all the rest of the players from the side of DUNIA Games are so far away. Backstab though by Incendio. Is he gonna pull this off?
That is just so good. They made a lot of noise in Bravo, making DG think that they're going to go for the plant, but instead left one person there, and everyone just went over there. Incendio with the backstab just makes them have such a profitable round. This is how you play Search and Destroy. We haven't seen Almighty play this good. We know they're really good, but to have these plays, to have these counter plays, this reminds me of how we see in other regions, like especially in China, because they're absolutely great. This is probably a team that can definitely take a map off a Chinese team, and that's saying a lot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no doubt at all, right? And especially in a LAN competition, yeah, I think these boys definitely have a chance. Evan, looking for those snipes. Let's see if or not he will be able to find a few more of them. I mean, so far in here, the sight of Almighty is just absolutely threatening in numbers. They are all equal. The bomb just not moving on the board. The passive play so far has been paying off. And Shut Up punishes Ihan. Once again, the sniper from the side of DUNIA Games taken down, which opens up the aggressive play for the side of Almighty. Are they going to pack on in towards that B bomb side? Oh, Central Garden cleared out as well by having a double snipe setup from the side of Almighty, just crushing it out here.
And there you go. It feels like the B commitment is going to be ensuing. All 5 members from Almighty are still alive, but one more person left here in Alpha, and ZZ needs to go and make the move. They already know that Bravo is going to be committed. It's always that slow push, that delayed response from DG is always going to have them at the very back end.
What timing?
It might be a little bit too late, but here we go. Incendio with another kill, with a double to round things up in a 4-0. You are so dominating against a team that has been doing well in Search and Destroy, but DG just doesn't know how to respond. This is the Almighty that everyone has been waiting for, and the Giant has awoken.
You know, a few people were asking me when they saw, you know, the Singapore Championship that we shoutcasted. The highlight video at the start of the stream. So one guy dropped me a message. He's like, hey, Mustache, you know, you were really hyped up during the matchup for Almighty and, you know, just covering the whole of the Singapore Championship. You know, you were screaming out, they are the gods of Call of Duty Mobile. Why do you think so? Are they really that good? You know, and I told him, you know, he can potentially see what they are capable of doing at the regional qualifiers. And when I actually said that to him, I did not expect this. I expected Almighty to do well, but I did not expect this sort of an Almighty who's absolutely crushing it out there. 4-0 against DUNIA Games, giving away scrap points. IrfanJay, shut up, turning over the numbers when DUNIA Games had it initially. Ihan now equalizing. It's a 1-1. Shut up, should be able to hit this snipe and goes in for those quick scopes. Gets that hit marker off of him. Ihan will be able to respond, but plays the time 6 more seconds in here. And shut up with the IQ plays. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Almighty! What a play.
Almighty. Sir, dudes, you are just absolutely cracked out of your minds. And DG should have won that. Heaven went down. They had the man advantage, or not only that, maybe just even. But if you leave Shut Up all alone, he is known for legendary plays in Call of Duty. Not only here in our region, but he is known worldwide to just pull a lot of things. But here you go. Heaven goes down. Finally, Zen finds his rhythm. But again, with Almighty, when they're a man down, best believe they can still win the round.
Yep, that nade's not going to do much in here except get him the checker. Oh, Zen doesn't even get the check in there. Incendio should be able to respond well. On for a quick 12 of the nade. Incendio! Run, boy, run! Zen gets out of there in the nick of time. Does not get taken down. 4 versus 4 still in here. And you know, Beef, here's another thing about the Singaporeans, right? Singapore, a country so tiny. They do not send in the numbers. Shut up, take sounds easy. I mean, I'm not even surprised by the numbers in here anymore, the shots.
Yeah.
But they produce so little in terms of numbers. But the quality of those little numbers that pops out of Singapore, absolutely crazy. Incendio shut down by Zen, but immediately traded out by Adapt. Are we going to see Almighty bag this 6-0 DUNIA Games in the grand finals of the regional qualifiers for Garena? Ihan should be able to find this on IrfanJay, but even the quick scope fails. IrfanJay going through for the shutdown, and now Adapt does not manage to pull it off against Venom. IrfanJay one-on-one. Seconds more in here. DUNIA Games does not get it as IrfanJay gets the clutch 6-0. The gods of Call of Duty Mobile from Singapore. The Lion City representing Almighty.
A hold of statue that's going to be very important for them. You can see here sprawled out. We've seen as far as all of these players really just go in there, but then Heaven already with the response, getting that power position, but doesn't get traded out by ZZ. So a lot of these players are just playing for that power position, knowing very well if they clutch out the players here, then they can go and take Bravo down.
Yeah, playing solid by the side of, being played solid by the side of DUNIA Games, but they're just focusing in here on the guerrilla-based setup, which I'm not super comfortable with, Beef. I want them to go in and flip the spawn over at the Special Forces base, but if they're not going to be able to do that, I'm afraid Almighty will be running away with this. They're playing the better side in here and bring on so much of pressure from the side of the Granny's house, and now taking the backstep over at Bakery as well. Thankfully, Venom, JetSky gets that done. IrfanJay, no play's gonna come through from him as well.
Big 1v1 for JetSky, and he's able to get Bravo all to himself. Tries to go for Alpha, but then gets shut down by Incendio, and one more person tries to make a difference here. Jeff really wants to go in for that revenge from that very terrible game in S&D, but then he doesn't quite get it. But this is the one thing that we really like to see. They're heavily stacking the PowerPoint that we have here. It's going to be Statue, and they've already been winning their gunfights. A very great start from DG Esports, and really a great start to maybe even make a comeback at the very least.
Yeah, Statue's a solid place to play, but it's just a little bit too much in the open. I still want to see one of those players from the side of DG on the second floor of Bakery, because if they don't jump on there right now, taking it over from their dead hands is going to be way too easy for the side of Almighty. And now Almighty clearing out those power positions first. Heaven with the stellar plays, but unfortunately for him, Zen will be able to turn around and respond. DUNIA Games trying to run away with this with that B and C flag capture. Almighty only have that A. 30 to 47, not too far away in terms of turning this around.
Look at that. Look at that. Triple cap is in order. DG is angry.
Solid.
They want to go and win this, and they are not going to go down without style. And here we go. Finally, a very long triple cap, and only one person can actually go in there for the defense. And very quickly that they got that, but it does make a lot of damage. Two players already adapt in heaven going in there for that A flag. But then you can see Bravo already being heavily defended by all of the players of DG.
Oh, I like seeing this coming out through Almighty, but DUNIA Games pull. Oh, what a prevention by Incendio. Going in for that flank towards that B flag, but manages to make a save for his home flag as well. Taking down two players on the way there. And now the play needs to be made by the side of Adapt as well. Zen coming through as usual with his one shot, one kill. But this time round, it doesn't work against Irfan J. 75-39. DUNIA Games Esports finally wakes up. The Garuda finally wakes up. But can they now finish this off and send us into game number 4, Beef? Heated moment in here. Let's wish them all the best.
Well, take a look at that. And now, not only did they dominate on the weaker side, they are going to dominate probably on Alpha, but unless it's a point where, yeah, the weaker side is going to get you there. You can see here, 3 players already stacked up under the red missile with the denial, but it wasn't enough to go and capture Bravo. That is chef's kiss. That is how you use a Predator missile.
Oh, perfection from the side of DUNIA Games Esports. And now the Dragonfire coming out so early on will be able to give them all of that information they crucially need, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from the get-go. DUNIA Games looking to dominate this matchup in the second half. And now Hunter Killer Drone being sent out as well should be able to find Shut as he makes his way through. Unfortunately, it gets taken out half the way there. Almighty 49-91. And now DUNIA Games, they might be able to run away with this. The sentry setup is a little awkward towards the corner of Granny's, but let's hope that helps them.
Yeah, and they all need the help that they can. Much points already, you can see trickling right between here. I think a triple cap needs to ensue for Almighty right now if they really want to win this domination round. And I'm so happy to see that DG finally got their rhythm back together. And they can't even come close. It's all just DG all across the board. But Heaven with the Sparrow might actually go and make a difference. Tries to go in there and doesn't quite get a lot of these kills. And Jetsky just eliminates him.
Oh, yep, and it's just going to be an absolute domination from the side of DUNIA Games in this domination. No pun intended. 1-1-3 Games trying to run away with this, but then a play from the side of Incendio and his friends. They managed to pull away that B flag, but is that going to be enough time? They need to find a way to triple cap this matchup as well. All DUNIA Games, they should be able to finish it off. Jeff finally brings in the Sparrow, and with all of that firepower, DUNIA Games should now be able to finish this off. The guy's quite streaked up as well with the B flag out of their hands with just that 1 point beat. Can they end this?
They need to get a triple cap to be able to win this. Almighty needs to do that. You can see here, finally heavily stacking Alpha. You know what? Irfan J needs to stay low and wait for his teammates before they can go in for the push. Only one person needs to be here, Charlie, and so far, that's what they're doing.
Oh.
Absolutely crazy, but there he goes, Easy with a big kill, gets rid of Adapt, and just absolutely denies that triple cap.
Oh, smart plays coming through. And now let's see if we're not DUNIA Games will be able to hold on to this. 129 in here so far. And a 2-man push coming forth into that A flag. But even if they manage to get that, the C flag is going to be sacrificed. The play is not going to come through. DUNIA Games have won this matchup. And this is that stellar comeback that was desperately needed from their end. Yes, Almighty, they do go ahead and bag that A flag. But they need to get a triple to stop DUNIA Games because they've just run away a little bit too far now, Beef.
10 more points left here for DUNIA Games to finally bag this domination. It seems like they can't go and touch that Charlie flag because of how heavily defended it is. 140 though, it's just stopping just a little bit. If it is possible, they need to get rid of all the 3 players that are on here. Finally, a big gunfight winning by Shut, but then with Irfan J going down, that may not be possible already. 143, 144, it's slowly going into the favor of DG. Here we
this
go.
is that triple cap to stop DUNIA Games. But now, with that spawn that is going to be flipped, DUNIA Games pulling back that C flag way too far for the side of Almighty to win this match. Incendio! Sparrow dropping in the Pret missile. But now, is it going to be enough time? IrfanJay getting it done all on his own. That backup's going to be coming through as well. A double man push. But at that very final second, DUNIA Games manages to finish it off 150 to 124. The ball, the main reason why they'll lose it so fast. No control over middle lane at all, allowing the Singaporeans to stroll on in and fight them for this hard point. So straightforward of a matchup. They're going to definitely struggle. Shut up now, winning his fights, needs to go and get the other one as well. Jetsky sneaks on in, but shut up with the Punisher either way. 20 to 8. And now finally, DUNIA Games playing the power position, but they don't seem to be fixated on it. They want to go in here for the spawn cap and focus on the second point as well.
Very smart, and it's always Almighty with the early rotations. And P2, you see IrfanJay already setting up the 25 seconds into it, and IrfanJay getting so many kills that's going through him. Everyone's just lining up for him to kill. And P2 is going to be very hard to go and infiltrate. And best believe Almighty will get a hold of that for probably the whole time.
Yeah, smart plays coming in for DUNIA Games. They on for the Special Forces base spawn, but now they need to trickle at least one player into the core building because the numbers that Almighty has on their side is overwhelming. Finally, we will see CZ step into the corner building. He needs to make a play for the side of DUNIA Games. IrfanJay stepping in to go in for the defense, and 37 seconds in here will be way too good. 3 players now trickling on in. DUNIA Games should be able to win this back. Jetsky leading the charge. Heaven, it will be IrfanJay with the smart play.
Look at that, the spawns aren't in the favor of BG as they spawn right all the way at the very top of the map, and you can see a very early rotation coming in from Shut Up, and he's just gonna go in there for the gatekeeping, and 2 players already from Almighty tries to go into the butchers and just getting a lot of those kills, and just like that, again, early rotations are key for Almighty, and that's the reason why they're up so many points, and they're very keen on ending it here in game number 4.
That's the reason why DUNIA Games should have banned out Crossfire. But you know, it is pretty much the same thing. Hackney Yard would have been equally as punishing. 70 to 25 now. Almighty getting to that 75-point mark, but they don't get a breather. Neither does DUNIA Games. We continue on to that 150. Shut Up, pulling out that Sparrow, should be able to shut down Jeff, and he does exactly that as they continue to prowl on with these points. Shut Up now. He will not be bringing any of the other score streaks out. It's way too dominant of a lead for Almighty to be wasting it here. They need to see exactly what DUNIA Games has for them, and if there's no questions, keep it for the next one.
DUNIA Games can't even touch this hard point, and all they need to do is go and rotate very early enough to go into the next, because that is going to be the money hill here, and it's going to be very hard to defend. But with Almighty going in there and having just to win all of your gunfights, it's very hard for DUNIA Games to keep a hold of you. Or you see one player already, that's going to be absolutely crazy. Adapt with the big kills, and there you go. Even though you go in there for the early rotation, it doesn't really matter because Almighty will always be 2 steps ahead of you.
Actually, they were 2 steps back, and they were late to the party, but they just won it with supreme gunfights. Crazy stuff with that Sparrow, and now it's going to be ZZ from the back lines, winning all of these gunfights, shutting down the approach at Pawn Shop, and Taylor Shop is taken over by DUNIA Games. You said it, Beef. This is that money hill, and now DUNIA Games, they need to cash this in. All 40 seconds, or else Almighty, they will be running away with this. But I love the play made by ZZ. He backs away in towards the corner of Taylor Shop, shutting down the plays from the Pawn Shop. And now the backstab being brought in as well. DUNIA Games has 100% all of the points in here.
Yeah, but then Almighty was actually able to go in there for the contest, just denying the points. If they can't get it, then we're going to prevent you from getting points as well. At the same time, you're going to be seeing that early into P5. Not only that, they have a Goliath and a sentry gun to back it up. So they want to just win everything here. 125 and 78 with that solid defense is still very possible, but you need to win those gunfights. You need to win everything else here. But with the Golly right there on that corner, that's going to be very difficult for you and go, and it's going to be very hard for them to go inside.
Yeah, this is a GG. You've got a Sparrow, you've got a Sentry, you've got an XS1 Goliath, you've got... Oh almighty on the hard point, boys. And I don't think this is a winnable matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's just start the announcement off in here, because Junior Games ain't gonna be able to break this hill. Almighty, the Lion City representing Supreme Brand, the gods of Call of Duty Mobile, your champions of Garena Regional Qualifiers, and those who will represent us at the World Championship.
We already knew it before going in here. Almighty has been an absolute